Hello, and welcome to Into the Fog. We delve into the infinite horror of the Entities realm in search of new additions to the unofficial Horror Hall of Fame. Amongst the horrors of the Entities realm, some of the most terrifying are similar to the entity itself. Whether they be masters of suffering, beings of manifested fear, or even rivals wishing to take the realm for their own selfish means. One particular of these is different. Not caring of the suffering or conquest, they are nearly as old as the entity itself. Lonely Assassins, they are nicknamed. However, their other name is more famous, bound by the forces of time to remain as harmless stone. Only until unobserved do they strike. Introducing Into the Fog, the Weeping Angels, or as they are known to their new prey, the Statues. The Statues' power is unassuming guise. Their greatest power is also their greatest curse. The angels do not move like any ordinary killer and do not have a terror radius. Every second, you gain a movement opportunity token. Pressing the active ability button, you move forward in the direction you are facing and spend a token with a brief cooldown. Pressing attack, you spend all tokens at once, rapidly moving forward at a quicker rate. During this rush, steering your camera will curve your direction according to where you are facing. At the end of the rush, a long cooldown ensues. Colliding with a survivor during a rush injures them and counts as a special attack. While standing stationary, pressing the attack button causes entity claws to lunge forward, attacking any survivor, counting as a basic attack. Special Hazard: Angelic Statues. At the start of the trial, 4 statues spawn into the trial grounds. 2 of these are angelic. Angelic statues have a patience value that starts at 30 charges and goes down by 1 charge per second per survivor within 16 meters. Once at 0, the statue enters Chaser mode. While in Chaser mode, they move the same as the killer player, however controlled by an AI. After a long duration, the statue exits Chaser mode if not in active chase, resetting its patience and having a chance to swap its angelic status with a non-angelic statue. Special Action: Focus. Survivors can slow the angel's ability to move by staring at them. Doing so for too long makes them unable to perform this action for a moderate duration and reveals them with killer instinct. Survivors cannot be performing an action while focusing. Carrying survivors, breaking pallets or generators, the entity grants brief movement empowerment to maneuver like a normal killer. Feasting on their lost time, you draw out godly power. With their first perk, Scourge Hook, Chronophobia. Sacrifice speeds on Scourge Hooks are slower. Upon being unhooked, the sacrifice progress continues regressing for 2, 3, or 4 seconds, dependent on rarity. If this would kill them, the entity kills them on the spot. Your prey's energy fuels you, leaving them useless, with Hex, Touch of an Angel. Injuring a unique survivor curses them with this hex. Survivors cursed by this hex suffer the exhausted status effect until cleansed. These effects apply to the last 2, 3, or 4 survivors you applied this to. The statue's final perk is Out of Sight. For the first 40, 50, and 60 seconds of the trial, survivors beyond 32 meters cannot perceive the killer. This perk deactivates prematurely if a survivor enters the dying state. A lost traveler finds himself inside the entity's realm, having encountered the angels on many different occasions across their many incarnations. Accidentally slipping into the trial grounds, the exhaustion of post-regeneration and confusion of a face they had once used before left him open to be trapped inside the endless cycle of trials. Well, until the TARDIS rescues him. The entity delays this, however, seeing them as a unique, endless snack of immortality. The new survivor is the Doctor. You face death many times, refusing to give in and power on in spite of it, with your first perk, Regeneration. When you are one hook stage away from instant death and injured, you can activate Regeneration using the secondary ability button, incurring broken for 30 seconds and exhaustion for 80, 70, and 60 seconds dependent on rarity. Upon the broken timer expiring, you gain a health state, causing another 30 seconds of broken, which refunds one hook stage. This perk can activate once per trial, and if you are injured during either broken timer, the perk stops any function yet to occur and deactivates. Years of travel have given you the know-how of how to get around with your second perk, TARDIS. When inside a locker, pressing the secondary ability button highlights this locker to you. Upon rush entering a different locker, rush exiting within the next 3 seconds instead causes you to rush exit the highlighted locker. TARDIS can only be activated every 240, 220, or 200 seconds dependent on rarity. Friendship comes easy when with like-minded people, with your third perk, Intertwined, Companionship. At the start of the trial, you and another survivor become intertwined. You see each other's aura at all times. If another survivor has an intertwined perk equipped, you are more likely to intertwine. You share auras you see to each other while within 32, 48, and 64 meters of one another. Another lost traveler finds himself in the fog, now reunited with a face they recognize, once separated by multiversal war. Rose Tyler enters the trial grounds. Rose's first perk is Invocation Bad Wolf. When in the basement near the circle, press the active ability button to begin the invocation, which takes 60 seconds to complete. During an invocation, your aura is revealed to all other survivors and they can join in, accelerating the process by 100% if they have an invocation equipped, and by 50% if not. Once completed, the following effects apply. The killer sees your aura instead of other survivors if shown for a duration. Costs 1 hook state upon completion of the invocation. These effects have a cooldown of 8, 6, and 4 seconds dependent on perk rarity. Rose's second perk is Intertwined, Parting of the Ways. At the start of the trial, you and another survivor become intertwined. You see each other's aura at all times. If another survivor has an intertwined perk equipped, you are more likely to intertwine with one another. When a survivor you're intertwined with dies, for the next 30, 45, and 60 seconds, you no longer leave pools of blood, scratch marks, and repair generators 20% faster. Rose's third and final perk is Sense of Adventure. At the start of the trial, you see the following auras for 60, 70, and 80 seconds dependent on perk rarity. The basement hooks, the furthest generator from your spawn, and the most central totem, Dull or Hex. With that, we end our glimpse into the fog this time. And be careful, however. I've been told to look out for an assassin like no other. They stalk the fog with a precision unlike any man I've heard. But that'll have to wait. Till next time, we delve into the fog. Goodbye.